I have a question a little bit off topic, very off topic. It's about milk.
Okay.
Dr. Peat, I know how much of a proponent you are of milk drinking, even as a primary protein source. And I was increasing my milk drinking, sort of after your example. And then I came across a paper titled How Milk Causes Osteoporosis. Are you aware of that paper?
Yeah, there's almost an organization of anti-milk people, and that's one of their worst publications. It just doesn't. Everything about it is
unscientific, probably. Huh?
Mistaken. Yeah.
Erroneous.
Well, I know it does. The prefacing remarks, or sort of their foundational statements, talk about the protective effects of estrogen. Now, I understand that you don't agree with that, and
there's so much evidence
I'm tending toward your reasoning. But the thing that kind of gave me pause was when they paralleled the high bone density of the people in, countries where they drink a lot of milk, and the correlated high rates of osteoporosis. And that, can you say anything, address that at all?
Much of it is the lack of vitamin D in those countries. If you compare someone in Vietnam who eats maybe 600 milligrams of calcium from vegetables, and someone in Sweden who might get 2,000 milligrams from milk and cheese, the people in Vietnam are outside a lot, getting sunlight and vitamin D, and their diet is rich in magnesium and other nutrients. But a lot of since milk production is high in the high latitude countries, part of that effect that some people talk about is the lack of vitamin D.
So it's a lack of vitamin D in the northern hemisphere that's causing the osteoporosis, even amongst milk drinkers. But having said that, 2,000 milligrams of calcium a day, you have to drink almost a half a gallon of milk a day to get that. And I don't know if you know any Swedish people that drink half a gallon of milk a day, but I certainly don't know any myself.
Well, that's the amount that I consider to be protective against high blood pressure and heart disease and such. But for the bones, 1,000 to 1,200 is probably an acceptable amount.
Doctor, so there's no truth, there's no accuracy to their claim that essentially we have a finite number of osteoblasts and we use them up?
No.
Did I state that clearly enough for the audience?
What was that?
Yes,
did I state that clearly enough for the audience?
I couldn't understand that.
Yeah,
oh, I'm sorry.
For
the sake of the people listening that didn't read this paper, did I state that clearly enough?
Yeah, I think so. The osteoblasts are regenerating, being renewed. So there's no finite population.
Right.
I mean, that's not even normal medical science to say that there's a finite population of osteoblasts and osteoclasts. You're constantly breaking down bone and constantly building bone. And another point about the osteoporosis is that when they do these bone mineral density scans, it's not actually looking at the health of the bone or the protein structure. It's just looking at the minerals through a X-ray, and it's not looking at the overall picture of the health of the bone. So it's not an accurate way to determine someone's health of the bone. It shows a part of the picture.
But when you look at a population that's similar in other ways, the difference between milk drinking and not milk drinking corresponds to strong bones and weak bones, or smaller bones. And animal experiments really are the clearest way to understand medical issues. But whenever a medical doctrine chooses to sell a product that conflicts with the animal studies, they say we can't go by anything except double-blind human clinical studies. Much of medicine is based on animal studies, and they're a perfectly valid way for most issues.
I won't monopolize the conversation, but I thank you so much. Bye-bye now.
Thank you very much for your call.
Thank you for your call.
Well.